Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you an explosion box I made for my fiance for our 1-year anniversary. So the first thing I'm showing here is pretty neat. I'm not really sure what it's called, but when you pull out one photo, the other photo comes out as well. So I chose the first photo in the middle of the scenery and then 2 photos of me and my fiance. The next thing coming up is also pretty neat. It's a message that says, "I love you." And as you flip through it, the message repeats itself. So it's like an infinity note and it keeps going over and over. So I thought that was pretty cool. This next thing is like a real life photo reel. So it's multiple photos of one event and you could flip through the pictures to tell a story. That was a photo reel of a hike that we went on and my fiance was trying to get over a log and couldn't, and his friend did it so easily. So I thought that was pretty funny to include. This next thing I decided to include is a maze. This is a corn maze to be exact. So we have a corn maze that they opened up during Halloween, and we went to it and went through the corn maze together, and I thought that was a cute thing to include. And here's a photo of us looking super cold in the big chair. This next thing is just a simple slider that anyone could include in their explosion box. I just glued a picture of us on a plane traveling from one side of the world to the other. So in this second flap, I created a pocket. This allowed me to add extra stuff in the explosion box. So this is like a little note I wrote about the picture that we took and about that day, so you guys could really include anything you want there and whatever picture you want. This next thing is also pretty neat. It looks all tiny, but then when you open it, it expands and adds like dimension to your explosion box. It looks complicated, but it's really not. It's just folding and adding pictures to the piece of paper. This next thing is similar to the first one I've shown you guys. This one is just at Spring Fling. Spring Fling is like a carnival we have. So the first picture you see in the middle is just the scenery, and then the 2 pictures on the side are pictures we took from the event. This next one is a photo reel like you guys seen previously. This one just has more photos. Now we're going to spin the explosion box to see the other side of these flaps. So Pikachu has nothing to do with our relationship, but I just thought this was super cute to make, and it was pretty neat. I was kind of amazed by it, so I decided to include it. So this next thing I labeled story time because I put the story that Elvin made up in here. I covered it up for the purposes of the video, but here's a little example of the story. He talked about getting a bunch of turtles, so I pasted little turtles in there and just took some pictures from online, a boy and a girl, to be us. So that would be the first page. This would be the second page. You could actually make the halves their own page if you need to. And this is the last page. So you could create your own little story in there. It's kind of cute. So within this flap is a pocket, and in that pocket I made a piece of paper that if you pull it up, like elongate it, it flips the photo. So I chose photos that were a year apart from each other, from the same event. Also, sorry about the glare from these photos when I'm flipping it. Alright, on to the next side. So as you can see, the green is no longer holding up, the sticker is no longer sticky. This box was actually made about 4 years ago. So behind these cute little baby envelope looking things is just a message, a 1 word per envelope. Oh gosh, what is that? Oh man, that is pretty creepy. Honestly, when I first made this, I did not think it was that creepy. But looking back, it's kind of a lot creepy. But it's pretty cool. This thing, it rotates her hand, so it kind of looks like it's spelling out words, and then it erases it. So yeah, I don't remember it being that creepy, but I thought it was cool. This next one is another photo reel. You guys get the idea. Now flipping this around. This next one is kind of like a joke. I just noticed that Elvin is able to fall asleep so easily, so I decided to include this. It's a meme. It says, "I don't always fall asleep randomly, but when I zzz," so he falls asleep pretty fast. Something I envy, actually. So here's a couple photos I've taken of him over the year, of him asleep in the car. Actually asleep in the car a lot of times. So that was a little inside joke I wanted to include. So this next one is set up like a little mailbox. It says, "You got mail," and a little envelope with a heart sticker. It says, "Here's to the nights that turned into mornings with the friends that turned into family." And the photos I inserted there were group photos of us with our friends. So the thing I like about this is that it doesn't open up like a standard letter. It opens up in a more unique way, and in the end it looks like a little photo collage. So in the pocket of that flap are 4 tabs. I call these "Why Do I Love You" tabs. So each tab has a reason and photos that relate to it. Alright, now on to the last section. So this is another photo reel, but this time I included lettering on the pull-out tab to say "I love you." Now fast forwarding to the back of this section is a puzzle. This puzzle I created using one of our photos where we used face swap, so that's why it looks like that. But the pieces initially were in this little compartment up here, and then you take it and then put it on the, what do you call it? Pieces of Velcro. That's what you call it. This next section is pretty self-explanatory. First times, like first time doing things together, such as this one's ice skating together, and the next one is going to a football game and rushing the football field. Including the date on these are really nice, so you could look back to when that was. So this next one is kind of neat. You basically hold the bottom flap down and pull the top flap up, and it kind of rotates the middle piece for you. For this I wrote, "I love the way you look at me," and included a picture. Guys, doesn't he look so cute? Just looking at me, and his smile is so cute. All happy. This next one here shows all the food we love to eat from certain restaurants. So I put little Velcro pieces behind each piece so you're able to move it to the center plate. So some of our favorite things to eat are McDonald's French fries, Grimaldi's pizzas, Frankie's Philly cheesesteaks, BK tacos. And the last part of this explosion box is in this last pocket. It says, "Take out and read behind each photo." So each photo has a little story behind it and a date. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys!